All right, this thing's kind of a beast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half and eat half now, and then I'll eat the other half when I get back. In case you didn't know, this is the burger spatula. This is one of the big ones. I have the half-size longer one in the mail, but I didn't make it in time, so I'm using this giant thing. But all right, so my final conclusion to the whole thing is there's a time and a place for it. All right, we got the Blackstone warming up. Some of the onions here. Just squish up some of these mushrooms here and put these in too. In case you didn't know, this is the burger spatula. This is one of the big ones. I have the half-size longer one in the mail, but I didn't make it in time, so I'm using this giant thing. But what's nice about it is because I have the Blackstone that doesn't have a lid, I can just set this on top of the food to kind of act as a lid. All right, the potatoes are almost done, so we're gonna go ahead and pour the liquid egg on. All right, next we're gonna add our vegetables and ham into the middle of the omelet. Fold this whole thing over. All right, this thing's kind of a beast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it in half and eat half now, and then I'll eat the other half when I get back. But you can see there, that it's pretty darn good looking. All right, so we just got everything put away and we are on the trail to head to our first markers on the map. Now, I should probably mention that if you haven't seen my videos before, I normally eat Mountain House for food, right? That's all I bring because it's lightweight and it's quick and easy. And then occasionally I'll cook a little something in a pan, but a little jet foil pan, and that's it. So this is my first time cooking with an actual cooking device while camping in years. I mean, the last time I cooked on a stove or anything like that was probably when I was 16 years old. So I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this whole thing. All right. Well, I definitely know some pros and cons to cooking with that thing. One of the cons is that it's not lightweight, it is heavy, but it's not too heavy where it sags the back of your vehicle. So I'm going to say that's not too much of a con, but it is heavy and it does take up a lot more room than I'd like in the back. Another con would be that you use more water in your camp because you're having to wash things. You're having to use a lot more water to wash your cooking utensils, to wash the grill itself, to just things get dirtier. And I only bring one bag of water, so and that's normally all I bring. But I notice I've gone through that quite a bit more than I normally would, which makes me a little uncomfortable using that much water because I don't want to bring more water because then it adds more weight to the vehicle. So another con would be that it just takes more time to set up and tear down camp. It's just more stuff to think about. I'm used to just rolling in camp, putting up my rooftop tent and cooking boiling water and throwing it in a mountain house, and then I'm in bed. I mean, I'm not used to setting up an entire thing, cook station to be able to cook. Now, so what are the pros? The pros I would say is it's just more fun to cook. That's really the only pro I get out of it. It's fun to be able to cook for you guys and show you a different recipe because I know how to camp cook. I just don't because I'm lazy. But it's nice to be able to cook something a little more elaborate. It is fun to cook on. But the question is, does it outweigh all those other cons? I think my final conclusion would be there's a time and a place for it. I think most of the time I'm going to stick to the way I do things just because it's quick, easy, fast. I'm hardly using any water for anything. It's just a lot more convenient to light cook, to do it how I normally do it. So I think if I was to use the Blackstone, it would be like if I have my son. If I have my son with me, I need to get in camp a little bit earlier. I'm already bringing more water anyway. I want him to enjoy himself in camp, so we'll set up a little bit more stuff, and cook on the Blackstone because then I can make pancakes, sausages, bacon. I can cook all that stuff for him when normally I just throw Mountain House in my stomach and I leave. So, but I can't really do that with him. So I need to be able to cook for him. So I think that would be the time and the place for him. Or if I'm just feeling spunky and I want to cook for you guys, you know, maybe once every 3 trips, I'll bring out the Blackstone and, you know, and cook something for you guys.